G'day everyone and welcome back to the 57th episode of the Boy Oh Boy Woway podcast, where today we have top 10 draft prospect Baiey Humphrey coming on for a chat. Thanks, Seth, for coming on today, mate.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Can you sort of give the viewers who sort of don't know a bit about your sort of game style that you sort of play and who you like to model your game on?
Yeah, so I'd like to say I'm a mid forward, and I'm a pretty big bodied midfielder that's strong in the contest and thrives at stoppages and putting my weight around. But yeah, I model my game off a little bit of like Paddy Cripps. I like his stoppage work and the way he bursts away from stoppages. So yeah,
Yeah, how'd you get first involved in footy?
I think just as a young age, mum and that, my brothers played before me, so I've got two older brothers and they played before me. So I guess Auskick was there first, and then obviously under 10s and all the way up to where I am now.
Yeah, who'd you support growing up?
So I went for Richmond first, and then I think it was like when I was about 4 or 5, I changed to Geelong. So I'm still a Geelong.
Yeah. Can you sort of talk us through about the program at Gippsland and how much that's helped your development?
Yeah, so obviously I've done the program since under 15s, and I've been lucky enough to make most of the sides. I think I've only been cut from the down age 15 side. So, but even say this year, the program has been unreal. Like it gives you every opportunity to put your best foot forward and be the best player, but also be the best person you can possibly be as well.
Yeah, what's it like, sort of now that you'll be leaving Gippsland? You've been there since pretty young age. How's that sort of sitting with you?
Oh, I can't wait! I can't wait to get out of Maui. So
What was it like captaining Gippsland this year?
yeah, it was obviously unreal. I didn't. I'm not like. I guess I've been a leader of most of my footy teams, but I haven't like put my hand up to be a captain or like put myself out there to be a captain. It's always been voted by the peers or the coaches and stuff. So I was pretty happy with being voted by the peers this year, and yeah, I loved every minute of running the boys out.
Yeah, how do you think being captain this year has sort of helped progress your footy?
Yeah, it's definitely been a very big thing for me because it's it's taught me how to talk more on the field and talk more off the field as well. So it's helped on and off the field definitely.
Yeah, what was it like playing some NAB league games last year?
Yeah, last year obviously we played the 17s games, and then some of the boys that were good enough and lucky enough to play some 19s games get some 19s games under their belt. Um, yeah, it was unreal. I loved every minute of it, and it was good. After the first game, I got to crack into the midfield, and that's where I mostly played for the last 4 games.
Yeah, obviously being in a really good system in like the NAB league and all the coaches, how much sort of throughout the season did you sort of feed off coaches for assistance and that sort of because you sort of knew you were going to be a top or up in the first round. So how much feedback did you get off your coaches in regards to that?
Yeah, well, at the start of the year, I sort of wasn't really noticed, so I sort of just went in and was just trying to play really consistent footy. But I used all the coaches to get feedback, to get everything I could to help me to get to the end of what my dream at the end of the year is to get my name called out. And yeah, now that I'm more of a top 10 prospect, I guess, yeah, I'm still calling Rhett, our coach from Power, talking to Scotty McDougall as well, our talent manager. And we're just taking every day as it comes. And yeah, just trying to just keep my feet on the ground.
Yeah, how important is that feedback to get from all your coaches?
Oh, it's definitely like the most like, oh, I couldn't thank Rhett in that enough because it's been the best for me. I'm a big person on feedback, so yeah, it's very important to get feedback off your coaches.
Yeah, how hard was it to miss a lot of the state championship, country championships with injury?
Yeah, obviously I did my knee, so it wasn't very fun sitting at home watching it on TV, knowing that I probably could have been playing. But I just kept myself around power, kept myself busy, and doing a little bit of coaching with the midfield group and stuff like that. So it was all right.
Yeah, obviously playing that one representative game. What was that like to represent your home state?
Oh, it was unbelievable, and especially playing on Marvel, it was a memory I'll never forget. It was probably one of my greatest memories in football.
Yeah, what's that like coming up against the best players within each state and playing with the best ones within Victoria as well?
Oh, it's obviously tough. Everyone the next year, you can't. It's tough. You're standing next to someone that's as good as you, if not better than you. So it's very tough.
Can you talk to us about that game against the Knights, which you really sort of bursted out and sort of caught the eyes of recruiters?
Yeah, well, that was my first game back from my knee. So to be honest, I wasn't really expecting much. I was just happy to be back and happy to be playing with my mates again and doing the thing that I love, and which is footy. So I was, I just sort of went out there and I just told the boys before the game, I was like, I'm so happy to be back. I can't wait to just run around with you boys again. And yeah, and then it sort of the ball just came my way that day and happened to have a really good game.
Yeah, how much confidence did that game give you? Obviously, being coming back straight after first game after an injury, but to put a performance through like that, how much confidence did that give you?
Yeah, it gave me a lot of confidence, and I guess confidence in the way I played around the ground as well as inside 50. But my goal kicking obviously still sucked. But and the week after I didn't do too great on the goals as well, kicking one goal four. But I guess it's the opportunities that I'm getting, so that's all that really matters.
Yeah, what has the lead up to the draft been like for you?
Oh, as I sort of said before, it's been like I haven't really been noticed at the start of the year. So going into this year, I was just trying to play consistent footy. But now that it's more of a top 10 prospect, it's getting a bit tough, and I'm trying to keep my feet on the ground and just trying to wrap my head around it all.
Yeah, sort of you being noticed more in the second half of the season. Did that put a little bit more added pressure on you, or
No, I didn't see it as added pressure. I just tried to keep playing consistent footy and keep doing what I was doing.
yeah, it obviously going for Geelong, yeah, since young age, is that a club you want to go to, or you don't mind? You're just happy to get drafted?
I'm just happy to get drafted. Like if I went there, I'd be extremely grateful and happy. But I'm just happy to get drafted.
Yeah, what are the conversations been like with clubs, and how much sort of info you've been able to get from them?
Yeah, well, you don't really get much info from them. They kind of just they know that you can play footy, so they're just trying to learn a little bit more about you as a person and your background as well. But yeah, they've been good. They're pretty much all very similar.
Yeah. If you had any advice for any young footballers, what would you sort of give them?
I guess it's probably the same as what most people would say. Is you definitely just have to work hard. Talent is one thing, but work rate is another.
Yeah, who have sort of been the big helpers with your career that have sort of really developed your game?
Um, I'd probably say Riley Boldy's probably been one of them. He's sort of taken me under his wing. He obviously didn't get drafted in 2019, but I'm lucky enough to have him by my side, and he's still playing Casey footy, so he's still playing a high level of footy. But yeah, I'd probably say him. And then there's obviously the likes of Scotty McDougall, Alan Chandler, and Rhett McLennan from Power as well.
Yeah. What's it been like having someone who's playing professional footy, obviously with Casey in your corner that you can really like sort of talk to?
Yeah, it's been great, and I've definitely needed it sometimes as well. So I'm lucky that I've got him in my corner. Definitely.
Yeah, who have sort of been some of the better players you've played on, obviously, in your young career?
Um, Growing up in juniors, it was probably there's a kid named Jesse Burns from Leongatha, but um, yeah, I don't really know. When now that I'm at Moe in the under 16s and 18s and stuff, that there wasn't like really many standout players. I guess it was all a pretty even competition, but obviously now in that league, you sort of know who the top players are.
Yeah. How excited are you to get on AFL list and really get to work to show what you can do for obviously an AFL club?
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and I cannot wait to show what I've got.
Yeah, I don't have much more for you, Bailey. Thanks heaps once again for coming on, and good luck with all the draft lead up, and hopefully go nice and high in the draft, and hopefully to see you get some early games in. So thank you.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.